I recently vendored at my first official market at the Long Beach Filipino Festival, and so this video will be about my learnings, how it went, and some things that I'm going to be changing for my next events. Honestly, it was kind of chaotic because I was like rush ordering everything that I needed for like a table. The tent with my logo, the tablecloth with my logo. I had to order like flyers of like what like my brand is about, or like at least like some giveaways, stickers and stuff. I had actually created a wheel with like giveaways, and the incentive that I had was like, you know, if I don't sell anything at this market, at least I'll be able to get, you know, exposure by them like following my Instagram in order for them to like spin the wheel. So I had like printed out like little inserts and then did like stickers, like art prints, like a tabo keychain, or like 10% off or like $5 off, etc. Most of the art prints are basically characters that you normally don't see as Filipino, and so it's like the Powerpuff Girls or like Ariel is like a Filipino and things like that. One thing that I was like mainly selling was like the ube hoodies like online and stuff, and so I got the most of that. Surprising enough, it wasn't like the most popular. The most popular was actually like the mahal kita, even though that was like a very like simple basic design. So I think that's like another thing that goes into like market research. The other vendors at this event are also Filipino, and so most of the time they're also going to have like other like ube products or something ube, and so it was pretty saturated in that sense. But that was just like one thing that I had learned is like, you know, doing market research beforehand to know what you think could be bestsellers, but I don't think I'll be able to know until I do like a good amount of them. And so this actually gave me a good idea of like what colors people want to buy, and like what designs are also selling. And so I wasn't sure if anybody was gonna buy my clothes. I was like, okay, we can offer customs, as in you can change the color of the sweater and you could change the color of the thread, because just in case they didn't like what I had, they could at least customize it. But then it got to the point where halfway through the day, they were buying more customs and pre-orders instead of the items that I had there on the day of. And so I was like, okay, I came here all the way to like Long Beach to just sell online orders, which I'm still fine with, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I wanted to sell like the items that I had here. And so that's why I cut off like pre-orders and I was just selling the items that I had. And so there's actually two things that I will say with this is that one, it's good to at least like have the options. I guess like, yeah, the different colors and the sizes kind of like on there so that they know what is available. But at the same time, I think it's pretty overwhelming and it can like overstimulate some people because you have so many things going on. Technically, you have like the wheel and all that happening. You have like multiple art prints to choose from, but then you also have the clothing and the design. And like I had a rack on like the left side so they could look through the clothes there, and then also on the table too. So I think next market, maybe I'll experiment with doing less options so that they could just choose from those. But again, I'm still testing all my designs, and that's why I had like a lot up to see, you know, what even sells. But that was just like one of the learnings of like, it could go either way. I don't really have like a giant social battery. And this is also my first time like having to like talk to people in person about my brand. And so I'm like super thankful to have like friends and family support me who are also selling. And so I think that was like one thing that helped me out, because if like one of us had to like break or like eat food, like somebody else could fill in. So I think that was like something that I was like super grateful to have. So at these events and Filipino markets in general, you're bound to run into like, you know, the same people every time. So it was really cool to be able to network with other people. I know I had met other small business owners who were also at the, like Long Beach was also their first event too. And so I think it was also cool to see like them show out too, and just being able to connect and network with them. So one thing that I will say is that honestly, this market did have a lot of like expensive startup costs. Like my custom like tent alone was like maybe $600, $700. Same with like the tablecloths, like maybe like $100 something. And then even just bulk ordering like the stickers and everything, like honestly, it was a lot. But I think those are all investments for like future events because I'm still gonna be using them. And so I think that's something that I, of course, was like pretty scared about because I was like, damn, I'm like pretty negative to be buying all of these things when not a lot of profit is coming in just yet. But you know, that event alone was really successful for me, and it was able to basically, you know, pay off that. So I think the main thing to focus on is what do you actually want to accomplish from the event, because at least for me, I wanted my brand to stick, and I wanted to them at least, you know, awareness play was the biggest thing for me. And a lot of people came up to me because they were like, oh, I love your branding and what you did. They thought I was like, you know, a seasoned vendor, but I wasn't. And I think at least for me, that was the one thing that I thought was successful, and that I, you know, that was my objective going in, was just being able to make sure that, like, you know, my Kilig Ko name was, you know, made aware to like the people. And so a lot of people like came around because like the bright colors like attracted to them. And so I think that's something that, at least for me, just knowing what your objective is and then accomplishing it that way. So if your goal is to basically just have like an awareness, it's like, okay, think of a strategy that will help you do that. And so for me, that was like the giveaways and stuff. Even if it wasn't, you know, necessarily making a sale, I just wanted to get my name out there. I really love being able to see everybody and just like network and connect with people. And so I'm excited to do more of these events and just meet more people too and support the work that they're also doing too. Thank you everybody for watching. That was kind of just my behind the scenes of like what it took to, you know, do my like first market. I'm going to be going into more in the next couple months, so I'll probably post my like experience about that too. I didn't really record my experience as much with this first event, but I think for the future ones, I'll be able to document more of the process and everything and show you, you know, kind of what it takes along the way. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to feel kilig for yourself.